Hi, my name's Nick Tann and welcome to my Fresh Music Fix. Artists from around the world send me their tunes. I pick the songs I like the best and put them together in a podcast to share with you. In this, episode 42, I bring you Toothgore, Pacificaze, Heron, but I'm going to kick off with JW Paris and Anything, and you are going to love it.
Everything is nothing. If nothing was everything, then anyone could be anything at all. The world spins around and around and around and around, and the words that you're trying to say can never be found. Was a reality, then my nightmare might look a little bit like you. If my nightmare was your reality, then you never want to sleep at all. My eyes spin around and around and around and around. Don't try to bring me down and make me feel this way. Crowd in a small town is dragging you down. The silence of a loud mouth is calling you out. Your head spins around and around and around and around. Don't try to bring me down and make me feel this way. Does anything matter? Does anything matter to you? Does anything matter? Does anything matter to you? Does anything matter? Does anything matter to you? Does anything matter? Does anything matter to you?
Fantastic. Hello, everybody. Hello, it's me. It's me. Yeah, that was a fantastic track. That was Paris, JW Paris and Anything. Very London track, I thought. Really, and it's just full of hooks and wonderful stuff that we like. It is very reminiscent, as I say. So I just had to run upstairs. Let me just have a look at what this says on the blurb. Oh, they've done lots of stuff. They have a Great Escape Festival, which is lovely. They've got a brand new single. 30th of, they had a gig at the Holy Arms on the 30th of October. We missed that. And there's whole lots of things. So we've got Gemma Clark, Danny Collins, and Aaron Ford with an E. Does that mean Fordy? Food. Ford. Let's just say Ford. But yeah, lovely. It says they've got nods to Elastica's Edge. I don't know about that. Yeah. Don't know what Elastica's Edge is because I'm not a big fan of Elastica. Blur, very very blurry, and yeah, coming out of the Oasis summer tour, blah 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 blah. It sounds like a time capsule cracked open, as if you stepped into Soho in the mid-90s, with the night stretched ahead. Very nice, very well done. Brilliant track. So I've got a little bit of admin to give you. I've actually done this introduction once already, and I completely mucked it up because of this particular thing. So at the end of we're getting towards the end of the year. Yes, I know it's November. It's nearly that dreaded time, and so we've got 2 special shows coming up. The Christmas show, which is going to come out on the 22nd, will be myself and Chris. We will decide on our standout tracks of the year. So it could be. I'm not too sure how many we're going to do. We could do 10. We could do. Do we do that? Da, 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 da. We could do a countdown. Make it a bit exciting. I don't know. We haven't decided yet. I don't even know if Chris is around yet. He's not been around very much recently because he's been a very, very busy man. I mean, he might come in and we sit and record it. Or he might phone it in. I don't know what he's going to do. What are you going to do, Chris? Are you going to come in for it? We've got to decide what we're going to do. So we'll get together over the next couple of weeks and decide what we're going to do. But on the 29th of December, we'll have a special subscribers show. So this will be open to people that subscribe to the podcast via the website. So if you subscribe to the podcast via the website, so if you've gone to nicktannsfreshmusicfix.com and you've looked at if you look at the very, very top of the page, the actual page, not the menus and stuff, there's a little red marker that says subscribe. You put your email address in there, click on subscribe, and you may have to confirm it with your email address or not. I can't remember. I did it ages ago. And what will happen is you'll on the let me think. So the 15th of December will be the last not like normal show. Like this is a normal show. That'll be the last normal show of the year. And then on the 16th, an email will be sent out purely for subscribers. Just subscribers will get hold of that, and it will take them to. They'll be able to click on it, and it will take them to a special web page, which I'm just building at the moment. On it will be subscriptions. Subscriptions, I'll tell you. What is that doing that? Hang on a second. Let me just take care of this a minute. Let me just take care of that. For some reason, there's a track here for a classic electric piano. I don't know why that's come up. Anyway, they'll be sent to a special page where there will be nominations for artists and tracks that we've played throughout the year, and they will get to vote on them. They'll get to vote on them via comments. So I'll tell you more about it in time. But to be eligible to vote. To take part in this and to vote in the final show, which goes out on the 29th, you need to be a subscriber. So you've got to go to the website nicktannsfreshmusicfix.com and and just do what I just said. I'm not going to repeat it again. If you want to, I'll be repeating it throughout the year, the rest of the year. No doubt. Anyway, so that'll be a great show. So that's kind of like Reader's Choice. Or is it viewer's choice or whatever? So we'll do that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. I've got So if you're an artist and I've played you, you'll be getting an email. If I've played you this year, and you should be getting an email this week. Artists will be getting an email this week where they get to nominate themselves, and they've got to do a couple of little bits and pieces to do that. So if you're an artist, you should be getting an email within the next couple of days. It's a while because we've got like this is 42 shows. There are 4 artists per podcast per show, and so that's a lot of artists. I've got an email. Some I've played twice, and some have been me. So I'm not going to nominate myself. Don't worry, that'd be ridiculous. It's not a bad idea. It's quite tempting now to talk about it. Anyway, let me play the next track. The next track is by Toothgore, and it's called The Lighthouse.
There's a lighthouse in the distance. No one lives there anymore. My eyes are flashing like that lighthouse in the distance in my head. It's so sore. The darkest oceans are upon us. I don't wanna freak you out. Well, something's waiting in the darkness beneath the
I really, really like that. Really like that. It's got a lot of energy to it. But I don't know, for some reason it seemed to run out of energy. It seems to run out of steam a little bit towards the end. Like at the beginning, it's like, oh yeah, really, I'm really loving it. It's really rocking. But it sort of seems to sort of, I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe, I don't know. Well, I do know, it just seemed to run out a little bit at the end. And I sort of checked it to see how long it was. It's like 3 minutes 44, which isn't overly long. But I don't know. I still love it. It's still. I still. Just to reiterate, just in case anyone's listening to this for the first time, I love all the tracks I play. Otherwise, I wouldn't play them. I reject around about 80% of the songs I get sent. I get sent a lot of songs. So if I play a song on here, it's because I think it's outstanding, and it is outstanding. And everything I play deserves to get played. And I don't really slag it off. As such, so I don't want anyone to think that that's what I do if you're listening for the first time. And very, very often bands reply to me when I tell them they've been played, and they listen to what I've said about them, and very often they say, thanks for mentioning that, because no one noticed that the bass does this or the drums do that, or all those bits and pieces. But yeah, I just thought that was it seemed to sort of lose a bit of steam. It kind of like went in reverse, if you like. It sort of started off like bang, 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 bang. We've got all that, and then it sort of slows down a bit at the end. I don't know. Just lost its way a little bit, I think, towards the end. I think maybe they could have reversed it and go out on a big hurrah. Anyway, this is a fantastic track. This is by a band called oh God, I've been saying it loads of times. Pacificaze. Oh. Pacificaze, yeah, it's Pacific and then AZE at the end. Pacificaze, yeah, that's what it is. Idiot. Short Life, love it. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's a lovely track. That was Short Life by the Pacificaze. I got it right this time. Yeah, lovely. It has got that sort of like surfy vibe to it, and I really like that. I can't tell you an awful lot about the band, although I've got a lot here written down, but it's kind of describing what you've just heard. So I don't really see much point in doing that. I can tell you they're from Liverpool. Yeah, I really like that track, and I'm looking at the way all the tracks look on Logic today, because I do all this with Logic. If you don't know what Logic is, it's recording software. That's what I'm looking. So I'm looking at each of the tracks, and each of the tracks it's longer and longer. It's just the way it is, but it is. So anything that JW Paris track, I haven't got to explain it to you. You're not stupid, are you? If you are stupid, stop listening and go away. No. But yeah, that was a bit longer as well. What was nice was I got to the point and I thought, I haven't heard enough of this guitar. I want to hear a little bit more guitar. And then the guitar solo came in, which was okay, but I kind of wanted a little bit more from it. I wanted to get a little bit more, some more effects with it, sort of get it a little, just ramp up the effects a little bit more, to let it sort of play out a little bit, and to let it breathe a little bit, because it kind of was just an extension of what you were doing, not you, dear listener, what the guitarist was doing, what he'd been doing or she'd been doing. I haven't looked at who's in it, who the guitarist, what they were doing. In the rest of the song, they kind of carried on doing that thing again in that guitar solo part, and I could have done with a bit more dreaminess in it, and let it go a little, let it breathe a little bit more. But still, lovely track. Like the vocals, really nice. Everything else was locked into place very nicely. Could have, yeah. No, I've said enough. It's another Sunday show I'm doing. And I've already been out today. I've been to IKEA today, and I just bought some cinnamon rolls. You know the little cinnamon rolls they do? Oh, they are a delight. But I've picked out a new office chair, and a new office table for me. So I'll be getting rid of this desk and this chair that I'm sitting in at the moment. They're a bit too old now. I've had them for donkey's years, and I want to get nice spanky new ones with a desk that goes up and down. Yeah, I'm going to get that desk that you can wind up and down. I'm doing the winding thing with my hand now as I'm speaking to you, like an idiot. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying the show so far, and I hope you're thinking, oh, I really must go look at the show notes, because Nick's put these show notes on there, and if he gets it wrong, Drew makes a comment and says, "You've spelt this wrong. This link doesn't work." Nah. He keeps me on the boulders, Drew. But also, you'll be able to go there and you'll be able to click and get to the right links to take you to the website, so you can subscribe. If you subscribe, by the way, all that happens is every time I put a post up, and generally the posts just relate to the podcast. It just gives you all the show notes in the podcast. That's in an email, and you can click on it and go, oh, I'll go to the whatever, or not. You can just read it and go, oh, that's what it was about this week. So yeah, you might want to do that, and that way you can vote in the special Christmas editions. Anyway, let me just finish off with Heron. Yes, Rob, this is Heron, Cracked Analogue, and a great track called What If.
A bird is born not in the sky. No one teaches it to fly. And even though the clouds are low, the rainy days they come and go. But our mistakes just seem to grow. Here today, not gone tomorrow. hard to read it, rather feel it, make my own mind up which way it goes. I can't conceive it even though it's in the remit. I've seen it only going where my conscience flows. I won't pretend that I remotely comprehend, 'cause in the end the more I learn for sure, the less I know. I don't intend this to offend, but I won't bend. I must descend into the space where my mistakes will show. Things are getting strange, better rearrange. What if everything you were taught wasn't what you thought? It's a new day, but the same old way. What if everything that you know maybe isn't so? Kind of deranged, better make a change. What if everything you were told simply doesn't hold? Not enough time for you to then find everything for sale hasn't really been sold.
Oh, lovely. Come on, time to go. Here we go. Beautiful. That was lovely. That was Heron, otherwise known as Cracked Analogue, and What If. Now, I love that track. And now, in his blurb that he sent over, he does quote. There's loads of stuff that people send me now. I get huge big bits of bio that I'll chuck on the show notes on the website and everywhere else. So if you've been listening on Spotify, there are notes you can actually look at while the show's playing. How about that? So lots of bits and pieces that he's done to try and attract me to go. Oh, if he's done that, I must give the song a listen. But I'll give everything a listen anyway. So he's listed Rufus Wainwright, Brian Wilson, and Beck. And I kind of hear those, but I also hear the Corgis. The Corgis, a band from the 80s, and Marvin B. Naylor, also a man who was in a band in the 80s, who's a good friend of mine. So if you listen to Marvin B. Naylor and the Corgis, it's in that kind of vein. Really nice. Just nice and smooth. Really long, but I loved it. With a long track like that, you can just lean back and just drift away. Beautiful it was. Loved it. Anyway, I hope you've had a nice experience listening to the podcast today. I was thinking about Friday, because it's Sunday today, and Friday I went and saw Stuart Lee, and he was absolutely bloody brilliant. If you've never heard of Stuart Lee, catch him on YouTube. Or he's still going to be touring this year, for the rest of this year and next year as well. I think he said he was going to do. He said he was going to do. Very, very funny. Have a great week, everybody. Thanks for sending your tracks in. Thanks for listening. I love you all. Goodbye.